Myn abifactual verskyn na siru kara woon, same style, same lengte, same energie, bas events real honge. En mikamel stript hy. Brian Rolap, aan name largelei in familiar toe golf van sies 2 eiers ago, nog sits at het center of one of the most consciential powers terugles in professional golf. In 2024, Rolap left a 22 eier carrière atenvol, weer is vet as executive vice-president and chief media and business officer, to take over as CEO of the Pgatour and Pgatour Enterprises. Hy officiële assimedai toe die operations in December of 2026, stepping in voor outgoing commissioner Jai Monahan, wo had led te tour since 2017. Rolap's background is not incidental to the story, it is central to a during his tenure at Tenvol. He oversaw advertising, sponsorships, and media contracts, and was widely regarded as a potential successor toen voor commissioner Roger Godel. His hearing signal het dat die Pgatours boord want het so miljoene witte diep uitperinse in kommerij grofte and media rights negotiation, aras weer golf as, historicale lag het behind otter major sportsliagies. Tegerwoods, wo sat on TCR's committee dat selected Rolap alongside Monahan, player director Adam Stott, and Atlanta Falcons owner Arthur Blank, is seat a public statement following the announcement. Brian's appointment is a win for players and fans, vote site. He has a clear respect for the game and our players and brings a fresh perspective from his experience in Tenvol. I'm excited about what's ahead and confident that with Brian's leadership, will continue to grow the tour in ways that benefit everyone who loves the sport. Dat optimism set the stage for Rolap's first major a, the golfbal rollback. The proposal did not originate with the Pgatour. It came from the United States Golf Association, ISGA, and there are golf's 2 governing bodies, which jointly proposed a modified local relay designate to reduce hitting distances for elite players. In the plan, the ISGA estimated that the longest hitters on tour will see their distances reduced by roughly 14 to 15 yards on average. The stated goal was to address what the governing bodies viewed as an unsustainable trend of increasing distance, driven by advances in ball and club technology. That was making historic golf courses obsolete and increasing the land and water required to build new ones. Ratio Martin Slimbers was the read about the governing bodies position. Speaking at the Open Championship at Royal Liverpool Golf Club in Hoylake, Slimbers said, "Our role, indeed our responsibility, is to do what is right for the sport when we reach our determination on the way forward." He added, "I wilt echo make one sentiments when I say that doing nothing is not an option. We verput forward a targeted and proportionate measure to address a complex issue, which we believe is key to preserving the inherent challenge of golf and to ensuring that it has a sustainable future." McEwan, the ISGA's CEO, had made similar public arguments in the lead up to the announcement, framing the rollback as a defensive measure to protect the game's long-term integrity rather than a punitive one aimed at professional players. For much of 2025 and into 2026, Rolap's posture on the rollback was carefully non-committal. At last year's Tour Championship, he acknowledged he was still getting up to speed on the proposal. By the following spring, at a press conference ahead of the Players Championship, he made it clear that neither nor the Tour was ready to take a formal position. "I think this is clearly a complex issue," Rolap said. "From what I can tell, it comes down to 2 questions. Is distance a probleem, and zult het beadresset? That's question no 1. Question no 2, dus de current reële bang proposit accomplicitat. I've spoken with the players, I've spoken with the governing bodies, I've spoken with the golfbal manufacturers, I've spoken to fans. What's clear to me is that everybody has an opinion, and those opinions are clearly not consistent on either question." He added a detail that reflected the split among tour members themselves, as far as our players, of their hitting prototypes. I hear all different things. Some are impacted, some that expected to be impacted are not. Tes diplomatisch het ging dit not sit wel with a significant portion of the tour's membership, money of whom are sponsored by excitement manufacturers with a direct financial stake in the outcome. Among the most vocal opponents was Justin Thomas, a 2-time major champion. Thomas argument center het onder wiedening gap between professional and amateur equipment standards, and onder practical realiteit dat ander reale targeting elite players wilt inevitably trickle down and affect te broader golf-ekonomie. Retail balsales, club professionals, and grassroots participation in te sport te kore commercial concern reis by opponents of te rollback was strijgend voorwaard, soorte drifes translate into a different, less dynamic product on television. Which in turn carries risk for te sponsorship and broadcast deals that vind te towers prisimonie and operations. Thomas also spoke publicly about Rollup's leadership style during this period, describing him as someone who does not obscure his intentions from players. He doesn't tiptoe around, Thomas told ESPN. He has a vision and knows what he wants to do. He work it with the best sports organization in ten for a while, so he knows what works and what doesn't, and he feel like he is helping us do that. Longtime tour member Likas glo ver dat sentiment regarding transparency during the broader restructuring process. The transparency that Brian ante office ante board had with the tes wole process has been impeccable, glo ver side. That's why he said, no tongue and check, if this was a surprise ou hadn't been listening as a player. Glover noted that details of the towers vertiere plans had been laid out in player meetings that lasted more than an hour, in der sitting aan 'n suggestion that decisions weer being made without member input. While the ball rollback dominated Hiatlinus, Rollup was simultaneously advancing as separate, alle significant structural change, a plan to reorganize the tower into two divisions beginning in 2028. This announcement came ahead of the Traveller Championship in Cromwell, Connecticut. The twee-tier model was designated to address a commercial problem Rollup identified early in his tenure, that the tower was not consistently delivering its strongest fields to sponsors and was underrepresented in the country's largest media markets. We need a better competitive model because we help by delivering fields to the sponsors. We help het make them work hard to put together a field, Rollup said. He also pointed to a specific geographisch in the tower's footprint. The tower competes in only 4 of the top 10 largest East media markets. That is an opportunity. The rollback debate reached a turning point when Jay Monahan, in his capacity as outgoing commissioner, issued a formal memo addressing the tower's position. In the memo sent to the SGA ante a Monahan stated that the tower will not be supporting the proposed modified local rule. He wrote, as quoted by ESPN, as our Knopf behalve spent the last 2 years undertaking a comprehensive analysis of the stance on the tower and its impact. Although getere has been some level of support for limiting vertiere increases, tere is widespread and significant belief the proposed modified local rule is not warranted and is not in the best interest of the game. The memo effectively ended for the time being the tower's active consideration of the rollback, even as the SGA ante a continue to explore the measure independently for the amateur and broader golfing public. Notably, the proposed rule was never designated to affect the balls available to recreational golfers. According to reporting at the time, the new equipment standard, originally targeted for implementation by 2026, applied specifically to competitive play at the elite level. Some players, including Tony Finau, publicly backed the tower's initial willingness to engage with the SGA ante as proposal, reflecting the genuine split in opinion among tower members that Rollup had distributed in his own public comments. The timing of these events added another layer of complexity. Monahan had been on leave from his duties for undisclosed medical reasons for several weeks during this period, returning to work on July 1. His return coincided with the period in which the tower's formal regestion of the rollback was communicated to the governing bodies, placing him at the center of the decision even as Rollup was simultaneously assuming greater day-to-day authority over the organization. By late Juni 2026, at a persconferentie ahead of the Traveller Championship, Rollup was asked directly for comment on the SGA ante as most recent rollback-related announcement. He did not offer a dramatic new statement, but his response continued the same careful, non-committal tone that had defined his public posture on the issue from the start. I think we had a really good meeting at the memorial with the SGA, Rollup said. I think they have a profound responsibility for the release of the game for amateurs and professionals. Anti-tank te yard our point of view, anti-yard, more importantly, the point of view of our members, which resulted in the announcement last week, which tank is really helpful. He added that the broader conversation remained open. I tank dialogie is always really productief and beneficial. Especially for reles dat aardig to impact people who are applying te game. So I tank that's always goed. I tank if writing is on the table. I tank where working with it is ga for a solution. As get specifically better alternative approaches, such as a model local relay, bifurcated equipment standards, or different relays for professional versus recreational golfers, felt no part of the decision. Roll-up did not endorse a single option, but also did not rely on any of them out. What emerges from the full record of public statements, memos, and press conferences is a picture very different from a dramatic ultimatum or a resignation demand. Instead, it reflects a prolonged, multi-sided negotiation involving the Towers Nevshiu, its outgoing commissioner, its plying membership, equipment manufacturers, and two independent governing bodies with a tier of an institutional mandates. Roll-up inherited a decision he did not create, navigated competing pressures from players with a direct financial and competitive stakes in the outcome, and ultimately proceeded over a tour that formally declined to support the rollback proposal. Opposition articulated not by Roll-up himself in a single dramatic moment, but trouwige Monahan's memo, reinforced by Roll-up's onkarevele het get public comments in the following weeks. The structural reorganisation into two divisions, meanwhile moved forward on a separate track, with a target implementation date of 2028. Driven by Roll-up stated commercial priorities around media markets and sponsor field quality rather than by any player revolt. The twee is te bal rollback and te divisional restructuring, weer often distisset in te same press conferences and news-cycles, which my uitplein of te bekame conflated in less rigorously associate actions of this period. But the documented record solves two distinct initiatives, each moving trouwige its of an institutional process, with the outcome saped by memos, board decisions, and public statements rather than by a single coordinated ultimatum from a coalition of players.